Okay, here we go. So, 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 very sure something. So, not sure if you saw my recent post, but but yeah, yeah. Hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay, so, well, that happened. Look, I'll be honest. Once I saw it, I was not upset. I was not even intimidated. I was just deeply upset. Look, I'll be honest. I was not triggered or anything unlike last time, which was yesterday. I was but in the inside, I was a little bit heartbroken, a little bit. So I did manage to hold in my rage, but that's because last time it's been a while since the last time I raged out since I saw that person, and so yeah, that's why I raged a lot yesterday. But this time, since it was next day stuff, it was like no, okay. But inside I was actually heartbroken. But yeah, I think I want to put something like a guy for something to because people keep complaining of a frozen screen. I don't know. Keep complaining, thinking that their screen is frozen. So, I know. Hold on, give me a minute while I put something. Give me a minute while I find something so it doesn't look like people's screens are frozen. So don't. So give me a moment, guys. Okay. Oh. Okay. No. Actually, no. Okay. No, we're not using that. Let me just give me a minute, guys. I'm just trying to find something because I don't want people complaining that thinking that their screen's frozen. I'm getting tired of that. So I'm just gonna put something to make these types of people shut the hell up. No, we're not using that. Okay, what do we have here? Don't mind me, I'm just trying to look for something. Just looking for something to cover or something like that. The guy on here. I don't know what this one is. Yeah, this one will work. No, actually no. Yes, found one. So it doesn't do anything else. Yes. Alright. There we go. Found a gif of a coin, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna shake my mouse back here to make sure it stays on there. So now people don't have to complain about a screen. About thinking your screen's frozen. Because you have this to prove it. So yeah. I'm just gonna lower the brightness just a little bit. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna put, yeah. Actually, no, I prefer the old one. Where is it? Where is it? Actually, no, I prefer the last one. The one I said I didn't like that I found. No, not that one. Give me a minute, guys. I'm just trying to get the stream together. Getting tired of this. See if this one's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, found this. I'll use this one instead. Okay, just a jumping coin. Nothing special, but at least it's not hypnotizing. So let's see. So so I don't know how many times life is gonna hit me where it hurts, which is the stomach. And so yeah. But I did send a long post. I did post a really long one, and I'm gonna explain that. Cause I know for a feeling some people didn't read it whatsoever. Some people don't like reading long messages and would rather prefer to read the miniature version of it. Cause apparently no one has time for reading. Wait, I'm the same way too. Never mind. But yes, I did song. But I did put a miniature version in the comments unless people were gonna come and they got a long version and they didn't want to read the long one. But yeah. So yeah, let me start by saying. So let's see if I can remember the post correctly. Here's the one that already comes up to my head. So if you don't know, I'm obviously 15 like most. I'm obviously 15 like most. But for like 11, 14 to 11 years, which would be like from like when it started when I was like 1 to uh, when I was 1 to when I was like 1 to 4 or 5 years old. But from when I was like 1 to 4, from 1 to 4 or 5, I was living peacefully, and uh by the way, I'm not gonna dox myself, because you should never dox yourself by leaving off your location. So that is a big no-no that will be avoided. So don't dox yourself. Don't give out your info unless the only thing you want to, unless the only thing you want. Don't give out your location, because then you never know if evil people are watching you. So yeah, location is the big no-no that would be avoided in this. Just a heads up. So nice try if you're trying to get me. So no, just like age is only gonna happen, because that's at least a little necessary. So when I was like 4, so from 1 to like 4 or 5 years old, um, it was good. Life was alright. Life was good at least. Nice and peaceful. But a thing you might not know about me, well, a thing you might not know about me is that I do some. that I didn't get this thing where caused commo I caused commotion. I didn't get that full. I mean I did get that, but I didn't go full on. Didn't go full on just yet. So yeah, but I was sometimes a little sneaky. Wow, that number just dropped. Wow, I feel so. Anyway, um, but anyway, yeah. At least only 1%. That's all I care about. Excuse me. But yeah. But yeah, I would slowly become a troublemaker, but I was mostly a pure, pure child, and not to try to be cocky here, but can I even use that word? Cause it's just one letter off from being a bad word. I'm not gonna use that actually. No, YouTube sucks. No, YouTube sucks anyway. No, I'm not gonna use that. I was a little bit of a smarty. Yeah, that sounds a little bit better. I was a little bit egotistical, a little bit. And what I mean by that, I was like a little bit, like how like Sonic acts. Um, yeah. Think of me as Sonic a little bit. But yeah, I was really egotistical. But yeah, I would. But not to sound egotistical here, but I was a little bit smart, and I knew everything. But that's probably because I was a child, and yeah, not gonna lie, when I was in kinder, straight A's, like straight A. But that's because it's kinder. It's easy. Like once you get like every grade level you go, it gets harder. Speaking of first grade, here's where the real problem starts in my life, from my perspective at least, because I was a little child. So 3 words to describe this. Oh, really? That number's going so low. So here's 3 words to describe this. One parent, one parent I love goes away from another part of the state. Little child can little child me that can barely understand anything. That was also diagnosed with symptoms, and I'm pretty sure you can guess where that led. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. So yeah, as you can guess, I started to become a troublemaker and really whiny. Get this. It was probably at what was that? Oh, like, age 7 or 6. It's like 7 or 6 when that's happened. But yeah, at least there's one person here. That's all that matters. But yeah, like 7 or 6. There's a chat there to go ahead and chat. You know that. Okay, anyway. Unless you don't want to use it, that's fine too. You're just listening. And like 7 or 6, sorry. Like 7 or 6, I was a little bit whiny. I was a little bit of a troublemaker, starting slowly becoming a troublemaker. And then remember all the stuff where I started becoming an intro, where you know the part where I said I was being the butt of the jokes. Well, here's a little thing about me. Has anyone heard the term that apparently people use nowadays, specifically apparently the younger kids, the YouTube kids type people, like the little ones from today's society? Like, has anyone heard the term that these little kids use that is big back, which has anyone heard that term before? Because I've heard it and I kind of know what it means, but I don't like it. So, has anyone who kind of uses TikTok or YouTube Shorts most of the time, has anyone heard the term big back? Has anyone heard that before? Also, Hypixel Heart. Like, has anyone heard that? Because I think I know what it means. I just need confirm. Like, has anyone heard the term big back? Has anyone heard that before? Or is it just me? I'm pretty sure it's just me because there's no way that word is real. And no, I'm not saying Big Mac like the burger. I'm saying big back. I don't know where everyone else is. PG, I'm not sure if you're still there. But, yeah. I'm not sure if anyone else is still here. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah, this coin's just here to make sure people don't complain of a frozen screen. Anyway, has anyone heard the term big back before? Or actually, I think it'd be better if I Google it. Oh, let me Google that. Big bag. Oh, okay. That's alright. Okay, yeah, I knew it. Yeah, so apparently, if anyone's heard the term big back before, which I googled just now, and apparently it describes me perfectly. Apparently, this is where this is where it gets me. So I'm gonna try not to cry. I don't even feel like crying. I'm even saying that. But basically, if anyone has not heard of the term big back, I'm using quotes I'm doing air quotes. But if anyone has heard the term big back before, it basically means that you eat too damn much. You're seeing one right now, actually. I hate it. This story is gonna hit you hard, probably, but it's gonna hit me even harder because this was during second grade. And I'm not sure, but I think it was I think it was like the first Friday of school. I just remembered that this is not the eighth grade stuff that I said. That's not the first Friday of the first week of school that I get tortured. Apparently, the universe hates me that they had to do a second and eighth grade, a sequel to what I'm about to tell you in second grade. But the sequel's much worse, trust me. So I'll re-explain that. So here we go. Second grade. I wake up, get dressed, get breakfast, and obviously I bring my breakfast to school. And you know, you know, yeah, cause I never even bother trying the school breakfast, cause it's just cheap stuff and cereal cups that you find at the store. So I just went out and forced, and my mom just went out and buy me a breakfast taco. Okay, and here's where things go tortured. For me, at least, because book. But once breakfast time's over at school, which if you don't know it, if you know elementary or have an elementary sibling, you know that it probably ends like at like what, like 8 something, which I think in my case was like 8 o'clock straight, and I arrived at school like 15 to 10, 5 minutes earlier. So I only had like a few minutes to eat my breakfast. And here's where things go bad. My my second grade teacher has the audacity to, it's a male teacher, by the way. I've always hated male teachers. I've had a little bit of a hatred for male teachers. So yeah, after that, but I've slowly gotten comfortable enough to accept them. So yeah, not saying nothing, but you know, you know. So yeah, so yeah, this this teacher decides to, because breakfast over. Now stomach. This teacher decides to grab my breakfast taco and said that breakfast is over, and then puts it on like the little shelf that is next to the door, and I start crying because I literally took like 2 bites out of that. So it was like this is the whole, like this is the, pretend this thing is the whole thing. A little bit was eaten. Like pretend this is it. One, two. That's 80% left of uneaten food. I literally took like 2 bites, and then I started crying because my teacher took away my food. Okay. And so that's when my teacher puts it up on the shelf, like I said. Start crying, obviously. Teacher said, and this teacher has been collectively mean with me a little bit. This teacher has been a little bit collectively mean a bit to me, but that's also because I wasn't just sitting there, but obviously I didn't know what to do. But this teacher has been collectively mean with me for for the first for the first few weeks of my second year, and then I got and then I got swapped teachers. Okay, but here's what happens. So after all that happens, teacher says breakfast time is over. You don't need this anymore. Started crying. Said if you, and then teacher goes, if you I can't remember the exact words because it's second grade, but it's something like if you if you keep crying, you're not going to participate in all the fun stuff we have for today. Which was basically going around the school, and one was watching a movie, one was having fun, etc., etc., etc. Like fun stuff to do because it was the first Friday of it was the first Friday of school, and so yeah, that's what happened, and yeah, not happy about that. Cause apparently I eat too much. So we gone over. So go a little more, going a little more into third grade. This is worse. It, but I think it's more of me not wanting to cooperate. But oh, just a fairly reminder: during my second grade to third grade year, my parents noticed I got diagnosed or thought something was wrong with me, and then that's when I got diagnosed with the ADHD and autism treatment. Apparently, I got it from my mom. Apparently, I believe mom I got it from my mom's side. I think because she had it. So I think that's where I got it from, but I don't really care. People are made just the way they are. So just accept yourself at least. So if you're gonna be one of those people like, hey, there's something. Why is your nose so big? Or why are you so cross-eyed all the damn time? Or if you have one of those types of people, just ignore them and just give a big fuck you at them. Don't do the fuck you them. Just ignore them. Anyway, so yeah, during summer vacation on the way to third, I am just explaining more of what happened, of on my life, on why I'm so depressed. That's what I'm explaining about. Cause I don't know, like there's a title there for a reason. Not trying to be mean, but yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah. So I got diagnosed with ADHD, and then third grade. Oh, this one's worse. We have two stories for third grade actually. There's two on this one. One where I, and both of them were collectively. Are you serious right now, bro? I'm explaining more about my life in depth so you can get to know about me more and why I've been so depressed and sad my whole life. I hate it. I hate when people I hate it. I'm explaining everything that went up to this point on every torture and pain I've been through my entire life, beyond which expands beyond most of my life. God, I hate, I hate it. Okay, give me a moment, guys. I'm just frustrated right now. Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Mods, no, no, no! I don't trust you anymore. No, 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 no. Mods, if we have moderators here, please. Mm, no, I don't trust you anymore. After what you did for the last few years to, after what you did for the last few times, no, 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 no. No, absolutely not. No, 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 no. After that's actually one of the topics I'm gonna get to, but it's gonna be later. So I'm just going through the timeline, okay? So don't worry. We'll get to him in a few minutes, cause don't worry. So don't worry. We're gonna get to that person in a few minutes, cause honestly, he's one of the few triggers. Oh, if you read some of my posts, it's a Loren it was me versus Lorenzo situation, like how it always been. But for this stream, I'm explaining more, taking more of a deep dive on every pain and suffering I had to go through that led up to this final blow. So yeah, don't worry. So yeah, okay, here we go. Stars, just for safety, I'm gonna make you a moderator too, just for more safety. So I'm gonna make you. Let me use this moderator. Okay, there we go, Stars. Okay, let me continue on. Okay, so let's see, where were we? Check, 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 check. No, no, not check on that one. Okay, you're welcome, Stars. Okay, let's see, where are we at? Number 3. Okay, third grade. Okay, third grade consists of two stories of pain, but one's not really about pain, while the other one's me not cooperating with with my parents. So let's start with the least painful one before we get to the painful one. I think that we're gonna go in that order because it also happens like earlier and later. So the first one is gross. It's absolutely gross. So for that, so whenever I get to a really gross word that begins with that begins with the letter P and it comes out the back, I'm gonna be using a safer word and a more scientific one uh, to kid friendly this story because YouTube sucks. So we're using more friendlier words because YouTube sucks and I don't want to get hit. And I don't want YouTube to give me a slap on the wrist and saying no, no, don't say those words ever again on our platform because YouTube sucks. Okay. Anyway, so let's get to a little bit of a gross one, but okay. So third grade, while doing a lesson, I have to use the restroom. I ask the teacher, okay, Miss, can I use the restroom? She says yes, and I go to the restroom because I have to go really bad. This one, the restroom was a few minutes after lunch, after I got the whole class gotten back, the whole grade level gotten back from their lunch break, and my stomach didn't agree with the lunch I had. So I'm like, Miss, can I use the restroom? She said yes. I think I repeated that. Whoops. And I go to the restroom. But I sit down and do my business. There we go. And there's no toilet paper. Oh no. Oh no. There's no toilet paper. But what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? There's no toilet paper, and I'm stuck here in this stall, and there's barely anyone here. So let's see. So let's see in my third in my so let's see if I switch my brain to a third grader brain. Let's see what I could do in that situation. Let's see. What do we have? How about no? How about no? How about oh, I know. How about we start putting a lot of what's the word I can use for to replace it? Um, that, no, not that word. That will still, oh, people will get it automatically. Um, let's just use a food word to describe it. How I know. How about I start spraying a lot of chocolate? Not chocolate. It's a safer word of what I'm interpreting. All over the frickin' stall instead of just instead of just asking somebody who when there's literally no one in the stall for toilet paper. How about that instead? So yeah, get in trouble afterwards. Parents called. Parents called. My mom comes to get me, all upset, and I hit the shower and clean myself up. And then I probably, if memory serves, I got grounded for messing around in the bathroom. Cause yeah, I wanted to poke at the back, poke at the back, and be silly and yeah, no, it's gross. Yeah, ew. Okay. Well, that was fun. No, that was not fun. That was absolutely disgusting. I don't know what I was doing to myself, and I got in trouble by doing that. I'll give you guys a few minutes to recover from that story. Okay, I think everyone's a little bit recovered enough. Let's get going to our next one. Number two, which would happen around January or February. On a Tuesday too, as on a Tuesday as well. So miserable waking up, and I do not want to go to school that day, like how I'm sometimes am today. Got my backpack on, got my everything on, get everything nice and together, and that's when I refuse to step out the door. And once I get my shoes on, that's when I refuse to get up the cat from on the couch. And yeah, and I refuse to get up the couch to go to school because I don't want to go to school that day for some reason. Yeah, thanks to my thanks kindergarten self. You were really sick. You were the only one out of the few versions of me that was the real successful one. If you take a look at my third grade when I was a really big troublemaker. So yeah, thanks kindergarten. You carried out my whole life. So yeah, thanks kindergarten me. I refused to get up the couch and head to school. My mom told me to get up. I put my backpack on as I know, and then my mom's trying to keep her cool, trying to get me on time to school. But there's just like 2 minutes left before school starts. And then once I arrived at school, I got a lot of tardies during third grade. If I'm being honest, I got a lot of tardies from after kindergarten. I got a lot of tardies from then on out. But yeah, I got the I got the couch. I got my backpack on though, and my mom, after trying to cooperate with me, blew the trick, lost her cool, and started. And after a lot of yelling and arguing, my mom shook me, trying to get me to go to school, and I refused real bad, and that's when I possibly got, if I remember correctly, possibly got grounded, and took off my shoes in anger, and locked myself in, and face planted on the bed, on my bed, cause yeah, yeah. So basically, I got in trouble again. We're not cooperating. Fourth grade, I don't think there's really anything bad, really. Fifth grade, not really. Well, I don't think there's anything bad. It's COVID. Okay. But during fourth and fifth grade, I did turn into really. I started slowly turning less pure and more rebellious. Which I'm pretty sure you can guess what the word rebellious means. And I'm pretty sure you can guess by the word rebellious what that means. I was being more pure. I was being more of my own person and being less of needing my parents' help and being a child. I still have a little bit of my pure self, but most of my body is full of rebellion. Mm. But yeah, so and then here's and then we arrive at our middle school section, and then we arrive at the middle school section. This middle school section is really bad, so bad, absolutely terrible, and I guarantee you that after this, you can agree with me that middle school sucks. So strap in. It's a doozy. So sixth grade, one day I walk into my fourth period math class, sit down, take a lesson, and then the kid up there, and then the kid behind me. He's a bit one of those cool kids, apparently. Sorry to anyone I offended by doing that, but one of those cool kids, apparently. And I never made friends with cool people because I'm not really on that level. More of the outcast. More of the ones that are an outcast and an introvert. Like I'm shy. I don't communicate with anybody. And if I know a person for as long, like know them one day and then a week later see them again, like day, week after week after week, then I'll get to know them more and I'll be comfortable near them. And can I just say real quick? And can I just say something about this real quick? Out of the out out of out of the childhood friends I had, most of my childhood friends that I made, where it was like from church. Well, I think most of them are from church, but more than likely, though, I would think most of my childhood friends that I met, whether it be from church. Well, I think most of it's from church, but most of my childhood friends, which are church friends, because my parents were friends with their parents, so naturally we became friends, childhood friends. Naturally, the ones I made, most of them were girls. I'm not saying that's a problem, but I can now see where I get my shyness about girls from. Yay. I'm pretty sure the last thing I needed was to be shy around an opposite gender. Go figure. Anyways, but yeah, middle school, here we go. Okay, let's see what we got. Alright, 6th grade, in the math class, 4th period, right? Okay, I got it. Okay, 4th grade math class in 6th grade. There we go. I walk in, raise our class, substitute today. A substitute teacher today. And, this kid behind me. I have my fingers. You know one of those desks where the desk and the chair is attached? There's like this metal side and the other side where you can get out from, where you enter your desk from. You know those type of desks? Well, this kid, I have my hands below. I have my hands below the seat, so like the bottom, because I want to be like that. And then this kid decides to crush my fingers. On that note of fingers getting smashed and destroyed, here's a kindergarten story. Came back from recess, about to use the restroom, talking to somebody, unaware that my fingers are on the stall, and this person that walks in, I think it's either first or second, either one, enters the stall unaware of my fingers, and I'm unaware my fingers are on, and it's on the thing that I'm holding on, where where you can close, not the metal part, but more on the bar divider stuff. It's on the part where once you close, it closes, and there's like a really tight space. Well, this person closes it really fast, and I don't even notice it, but I feel it really bad, and my fingers get crushed, and it hurts so bad. Water didn't even help cool down the pain or a good amount of massaging it. I literally had to go to the nurse, do a little bit of work before my parents were called to pick me up. But yeah, fast forwarding back to 6th grade. It was by a shoe this time against my desk. I started arguing with the kid and started crying. Yeah. And then later, got this. Later during the school year, the kid that crushed my fingers, my desk, with his shoes, he's put into a different class, and I stay in the class I am. So there's no person behind me. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, that happened. Okay. Let's see. 7th grade. Okay, here's another story. Here's another story. This one's in 7th grade. Well, reading class, my fourth and fifth period block, a block 2, if you will. Because in my middle school, because my middle school does that, apparently. I don't know if anyone else does. I'm pretty sure they do, because reading is a two period subject, and really important to know. I understand why. So, during that break that the teacher gives us, another substitute, we all go. Oh no, it's the teacher that I had first, but it's not the. It's a teacher that was permanent. That was a temporary teacher, because they didn't have an actual teacher yet. Okay. So my teacher, which I think I remember the name, well, just the first letter. I'm just gonna do the first letter. Miss K and Miss K. So we're all going on break. Boys in to the restroom for restroom break. Boys on one side, girls on another. Using the bathroom. In the boys' bathroom, obviously, and using the bathroom. And then once I come out, one of the girls from that, and get this, in my class as well, doesn't see me, and girl's door opens, and the handle that you hold to open the door hits my stomach, and that hurts. It hurts. I know you're thinking, well, aren't you, a big bag and you have fat? No amount of fat's gonna help that. I can tell you that much. By the way, so I hate that word. Big bag. Yeah. Stomach hurts because I got a little bit of a bruise. And yeah. Is there anybody else here, by the way? Because I don't see anybody at the moment right now. Unless you are listening, then I understand. Or if you're all busy, then I understand about that one too. Following? Okay. Okay. So yeah, I get hit with the handle on my stomach. Go to the nurse, but I have these stretch marks, and the nurse thinks that like, no, there's a little bruise, but you can't see it because there's stretch marks on my stomach. But so the nurse believes me, and I go home because I got a bruise, and then I also got hit with a handle. I mean, come on, dude. Eighth grade, eighth grade, you know it, and it's horrifying. The knife joke incident that I said were involved, where it was the final straw for the school with me on how they're treating me. My parents got involved, asked for a police report, and asked about what happened to that incident because it was a whole bunch of commotion. But you basically know what happens there and then. But yeah, it was horrible. It was bad. And for some reason, they don't really treat me well, even though I'm special ed. I'm special ed, which is special education, if anyone doesn't know abbreviations. But special ed, special education. And oh, that reminds me of another 7th grade thing. First period of math, I would always a little bit arrive just a tad bit late. But this teacher would always assign math problems that look like they're for ninth graders or 10th graders. Like, how do I supposed to know this? It's literally for ninth grade or 10th grade. It's literally algebra. It's literally like an algebra problem. I so badly want to pull up the move Bracelety from BFDI did, which was put a word, which in this case, on Bracely's case, was Ice Cube. I so wanted to do that, pull that method off. But no, I have to do the work or else teacher will get mad. I don't want teacher to, and I don't want said teacher to get mad. But yeah. Oh, might I remind you, during my whole life, every single bully I had, or every single person, even two of my cousins, make fun of me because of the way I look. Or it's because I eat too much. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Apparently, chat's not working. Does the chat work for anybody real quick? Because I think for anyone in the OSC, does the chat work for you? Because Bone is having trouble. So, does chat work? I don't think chat works. I don't know if the chat works. Anybody? Oh, I think it's his side. No, I don't know, guys. Okay, but anyone's still here, still listening? Well, at least I have one person, so I'm pretty sure it's Bone. I'm not completely sure. But either way, if it is or if it isn't, it's still okay with me. Just glad that that person's still here, sticking by. Okay. On that note, let me tell you. Let me tell you something that happened. Let me tell you something that. Oh, every boy or every person that or every bully that I meet make fun of the way I look. Mostly my stomach, because I'm chubby. But also the way I look. And I have been feeling nothing but pain. Ninth grade's not any different. I do make friends during 8th grade. I carry on to ninth grade. But, Heidi ho, there's jerks. Oh, cool kids. There's this jerk. Oh, cool kids, which is mostly girls. I hate it. And I hate it, and I hate it, hate it. This is the point where I got homeschooled. Still am, but just this is my last week, cause yeah. But yeah, basically, yeah. And if you want online stuff, I got you. A few people, and if you want and if you want some online stories, I got you. Because a few people that I have met online that are jerks, calling them out right now. Luigi or hell, Jordan, Lucas official 360, a bunch of all those ones that I hate a lot and do not like one bit. Especially those damn R34 creators. Like, ew. Every single person I meet online that is a bad person, I don't like you. So every person I meet online that is a bad person and creates drama just for attention, I hate you. Like, I've been a punching bag for most of my life. Uh-oh. There we go. I've been a punching bag for most of my life. I can't believe that this is happening to me. Going on, heading onto, heading onto 16 years old, and I still have the brain of a child. Not gonna lie, I've been taking therapy, but it was not anger therapy. It was more like, this is how you do this type therapy, because I didn't know how to do stuff. I also had a small brain. So yeah, but that therapy's all wrapped up. I'm done, I finished it. And yeah, they basically don't know what to do. I basically don't know what to do and don't know anything anymore. And yeah, uh, yeah, it triggers me on what is triggering me is how many times this will happen to me where I'll just become a punching bag virtually or physically. Because at the moment, my in real life state is good. And is good, is good, and at least taking charge. Whereas my online life is nothing but a punching bag, and every jerk on the internet likes to laugh at me for being such a man child. So for that, I absolutely hate it. And let me tell you, the last straw was today with against Lorenzo. That was the last straw, and I'm glad I'm not the only one, cause I'm glad I'm not alone in this situation. Cause Bone really just is discording me right now, cause his side of the chat doesn't work. But yeah, this situation that happened with Lorenzo on Avery's stream. Yes, I saw the stream, Avery. Like, dude, I told some people specifically to not. If you don't know, I'll be watching on YouTube every time I'm on break, but sometimes YouTube is gonna recommend me. Is going to recommend me channels, mostly your guys' channels, because I watch a little bit of your videos. But for people that are supporting people, like what I just saw, like for people supporting other people that turn out to be bad. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's you can't see it really, but or actually you can. Like, look. Like, I'm gonna see the comments for Lucas Gamer. Like, look, I'm sorry. And then Dusty says hi. Now, I'm not saying saying hi is a bad thing now, but do you support them? And I know that some people are like that. Dusty included. That is a big target because yes, I know he's somewhat the main. Like I know he's somewhat the main culprit when it comes to when it comes to trusting people that are when it's the bad ones. I know he's a culprit sometimes. Not trying to slander his name, but still, I know that happens. I've seen one before. I've seen one before, and it's not good. Nor does it end well either. So, but that's all I'm gonna say about that. But dude, it just frustrates me. It's just frustrating to see how many internet jerks there are. Like, okay, like here's a few that I've managed to ignore that I hate. Managed to ignore Airhead. I don't pay attention to him anymore because I actually think he's dead now to me because he barely does anything. Plus, we don't have to worry about him anymore. Even though some people, nothing, like to bring him up. Because apparently some people like to bring him up because he's still around. But I don't care. He's dead to me, and he'll always be dead to me. Because so so I'm not seeing him with those new accounts or whatever, counting them as a real version of him. Like that Rolex, like that stuff when he was Rolex or AirPod. Like cut that out. Jesus Christ. Shoot me in the face, please. That was so bad. That was so bad, actually. Yeah. Here's another one. Here's I'll list a few more, but I don't want to get attacked, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like, there's a lot of people. Lorenzo included. Lorenzo included. I hate Lorenzo. If you don't know, I hate Lorenzo. And if you're wondering what the hatred for him, what started my hatred, it was that specific PG Mod Rocky stream that I was watching that pissed me off. That stream, which was really good until the very end. If you don't know, I have a video showing the footage on how he causes them every time. That's also another reason why I don't like why I was not a fan of Jordan. By the way, in case anyone was wondering, because that person was in the streams anymore. But the more I heard about Jordan doing this bad stuff and Talaki, I lost my shit. I'm sorry, I lost my freaking mind. So yeah, you can. So yeah, that's basically what happens. But I just hate this so much. Like I know I contemplate so much by thinking, oh, I'm gonna quit here. Oh, I think I'm gonna end it here. But then I come back the next day seeing people. He fake quitting. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I do that. Okay, I'm sorry if I do that so much. But also for the people that I'm gonna call one out. Sniper Horror, which apparently he says, "Oh, stop being mean. Stop, you're trying to be more like your age." Like I care. Do you have something against me since I'm ADHD? Because I know you heard something from Airhead, but why would you listen to him? Why? But yeah, I hate it. I hate it. Absolutely, I hate it. But yeah, I've always been a punching bag, and I'm pretty much gonna probably stay a punching bag unless I can toughen myself up. So I'll always be a punching bag, and I don't want to be a punching bag ever. But I hate it. I hate it so much. If you don't know, I'm on the verge of cutting ties with someone. Don't worry, it's not who you expect. It's not one of the obvious. It's not one of the obvious that I said, like Rocky RPG. No, it's not one of those. It's someone you wouldn't expect, really, that I also did had a hatred for before. And that person's Dusty. Okay? You asked me the wrong question at the wrong time, bud. No, I'm sorry. And I found this one saying, like, I get it, but you're asking me the questions at the wrong time. So I just hate people like that. And I know and let's get to a main thing that I complain about. Me thinking I'm not loved. I get it. I am loved. I am loved. But what's irritating me most, and I understand, and I know people are gonna say, "Oh, they're just busy or something." Yeah, I get it. I know that's a thing. Internet people are real people too. I get it. But why is it that? But why is it that? But why is it that other people in the OSC? But why is it that I have a lot of subscribers, yet not to slander anybody. I get, I have more subscribers, but yet I'm getting the least amount of attention out of anybody whatsoever. Not to sign, not to call this out, but I just hate it. I just hate it. I'm getting less comments, and so the only way to get you guys' attention is to mention you guys in posts I do. Discord, barely anyone talks to me on Discord anymore, and I hate it, dude. Like, I came here specifically to feel loved, and I get it. I do feel loved. I'm just not seeing it. It's just like I don't mean to make this sound bad, but and I'm not trying to put this in a bad way, but I'm just tired of seeing the same people over and over and over again commenting on my posts and not the ones that I look up to the most, like Locky or Pishimon. But like those types of people, or Cyan, or maybe Bone even, or Avery. Like those type of people don't comment on my posts. It's just the same ones over. Marker used to do this. Three universes, E.G.E. Kurt. Like those are the three. Like those were the three. Well, two now since Marker cut ties with me after the whole. I almost died. The almost ended myself incident. Like I'm just tired of seeing the same two people over and over. Not saying it's a bad thing. I appreciate it, but I wish more people would see me, would see me and comment on it. Like I wish this would happen. I just don't know, man. Plus, you all let in bed. Plus, there's a Lorenzo in Avery streams. You're like people like Locky and Transmarker. Like, why? This why? I just don't understand. I don't. Like, you all rather let him in the streams? And I get it, I don't join people's streams often. But I also don't want to cause ruckus. So for that to happen, it hurts. It really hurts. So for that to happen, it hurts me deep. So for you guys, the only times I get the most amount of comments, the most I have is 40, but that's from that OC bracket thing that ended up being claimed as rigged by a certain YouTuber, which I'm not gonna mention, because I'm pretty sure he hates me. He hate it, dude. He hate it. But no, I hate it, dude. No. So for me to get least amount of comments, but I have more subscribers than a few of you in the LSC, but for me to get least amount of attention, I don't like it. It's making me seem like I'm no good of a person, even though I feel even though I am loved. But for seeing the same people over and over and not getting as much variety, I want to at least have 10 to 20, maybe 25 at most comments. But most of my subscribers are just random people that found my channel and subscribed to me. Most of it because of YouTube Shorts exists for a reason. Otherwise, I would probably be at 400, 500 by now, since most of it is random people. But no, I can't. I can't do it. If this happens, I can't do it. So for people I hate, like Lorenzo or Jordan, or maybe even Dusty, who I'm almost close to hating, I just don't want and yeah, being seen more known. I just and for me, well, I have more subscribers, but getting the least amount of attention, I just don't like it. I just don't like it, dude. I just don't. Yeah, because I'm just getting the same people. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just tired of seeing the same people over and over and over again. Please chat so you can feel my pain. And, well, except for Bone, because his is broken. But for for that to happen, it hurts. It hurts me deep. Like the popularity I have from February 2024 to April. So for me to see myself almost a full year later, like a year later, getting into hog water and everything, I don't like it. Like I went to being a successful YouTuber to be downright garbage. I feel like, and if this keeps on happening, I'm gonna have to forfeit. I'm gonna have to quit forever if this keeps happening. Cause you guys will not let Renzo or Chips or anybody of those types of people into streams. Into streams, you tell me. Into streams. And then I get the same people, which is Green Universe and E.G. Kirk. Not saying it's bad or anything, again. But I get the same people, and I get like two comments. Two comments, plus mine getting three. But I just hate seeing that this has to happen to me. Haven't I suffered enough? Hey Bone, if you wanna share the stream, you're more than welcome. If you wanna share the stream with anybody like Lucky or PG Mud or Syed, so they could hear me cope my feelings out, you're more than welcome to right now. I just want people to know how I'm really feeling deep down. It's just gonna be the same people. It's just gonna be the same people. I feel like that comment on my videos, and then you guys do this. And I don't want to hear the excuse. I only know them for a while. Oh, I know them for a while. I get it. I get it, you do. But don't you see what they're doing? Don't you see what they're doing to others? And don't you know what they're doing to me? Don't you know what they're doing? Don't you know what they're doing to people like me? I feel like I'm getting tortured here. If this keeps on happening, I feel like I'm getting tortured to hell. And I don't like it. I just don't, dude. So for people to do this hurts. It hurts, dude. It hurts. So for people to do this to me, it hurts. It hurts, dude. It truly hurts. So if this keeps happening, I don't know what to do with myself anymore. Because if I still get the same people commenting, but you guys let people in like Lorenz, or Courtney, or Shelly, any of those types of people, it will hurt me deep. Because I'm not getting the amount of attention I got. And I'm a little bit of a nice person. While these guys are absolute jerks. So, for this to happen, it hurts me deep to see this, dude. It hurts me deep to see this. And to anything I hated because my parents told me to avoid it, I've stayed neutral to it. So anything that's been dropped over it, and my parents told me to be careful with it, I've stayed. I respected with. I got a neutral respect to it because my parents said it was bad, so I followed them. But then I see these people aren't that bad, so I go like, I'm putting respect on it. So I'm putting respect. I'm being a nice person here. I'm being a nice person, and I want nice people to be my friend. But these terrible people are in the streets. I just like it. I just don't. So for me to see this hurts, dude. It hurts, hon. Try to do something about this real quick. Maybe this will work. Hold on. I don't know if the chat works. I'm not sure if that helped. I'm not sure if that helped whatsoever. Hold on, let me. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. The stream's gonna go off for a minute, so give me a moment. Okay. Let's try to see if I can get this back. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. I'm not sure if the chat's fixed. Not sure if the chat's fixed at all. But is the chat fixed? Hello? Hold on. Just trying to mess with the chat so I can get this video fixed. Hold on, I'm just trying to. I'm gonna try to see if I can do something here. I'm pretty sure the chat's fixed. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure, bro. But can someone try typing in the chat to see if it works? If a message appears, then that means it works. If that would be a help. But yeah, I'm just tired of seeing the same people and not getting the same amount of respect. But for this to happen to me, I hate it. I hate it. And I wish, and I friend these people for a reason, so I can look up to them. Lucky, Pigimon, Bone Stars, Cyan, any of those types of people I friend for a reason because they know my pain. But this is not what I asked. This is what I don't deserve, bro. But then again, does it really matter? I'm not sure. So yeah, I've been at pain. I've been on a date with pain before, and pain is not good. So yeah, pain's out there to get me, and whether or not. Hold on, let me try to restart the stream. Let me try to get another part out so the chat can be fixed. Let me do this real quick.